Hello, and welcome to Freedom with Marketing. I'm Sam, the founder of Freedom with Marketing, and welcome to the Life, Leadership and Business Skills playlist. In this playlist, I want to share with you personal stories from my life, in particular from my other passion and hobby, which is long distance running, and share these concepts with you so that you can learn the mistakes that I had to learn the hard way and apply them in your life and business to shortcut your way to get the results you want. In today's video, I want to talk about a powerful concept. It's an emotion, and that emotion is fear. We all fear things. Everyone fears things. If they try to put on a tough exterior and say they're not afraid, they're probably lying. The way to overcome fear, of course, is to just do it over and over again until it becomes normal. But the biggest fear of all, which I experience, what you probably experience, what your customers, clients, prospects experience, is the fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown is it stops you from doing something because you don't know what will happen next. When you think about it, it's kind of irrational, because if you have experience in life and in the world, you know that whatever worst case scenario you paint in your head often never really materializes. Nothing is never as bad as you make it out to be. And the converse is true, is that nothing is ever really as good as you make it out to be, yet we are still afraid of it. So let me share with you a story and experience that I had, and then we'll talk about the lesson, and I'll show you how you can apply this in your business to increase your cash flow, profit margins, and get more clients. So first of all, there are two areas that this has recently impacted me and applied to me, and that was before a recent run I participated in. So I had two fears. The first was that I was expecting this run to take me between 30 and 34 hours. It took me slightly less in the end, which was 12 hours longer than I've ever been out before. So the longest I've ever been out before during a run was 18 hours and 45 minutes. I'd reached that point, that duration, 3 times in the past, so I knew I could get there. Then having the mindset of knowing how you feel after 18 hours 45, expecting to have another 12 or 13 hours afterwards. How on earth am I going to cope? How on earth am I going to survive? That played through my head a lot. And the second fear that I had was being out on the trail. Over here, we're in Borneo where I live. On the trails are steep, overgrown, some are jungly, snakes, there's all kinds of creepy crawlies and different things out there. And my fear was going through the night, because I know that I do not do well on low sleep. So I had those two fears. Fear of going the distance, much further than I had in the past, and the fear of going through the night. These played on my mind a lot. Fortunately, I have a running coach, so I'm able to talk through these things, and we were able to schedule my training in order to expose me to the things, to my own insecurities and my own weaknesses and my own limiting beliefs while training. One of the runs actually was very serendipitous. It was during Chinese New Year, which is a big thing over here. So fireworks and going off all night. Well, I had a run scheduled the next day to start at 3 a.m. I set my alarm for 2 a.m. to get up, so I can be out at 3 a.m. Go out on the local hill, up and down on the trails. Well, because the fireworks were going off until 1:30 a.m., I had no sleep, which meant I had to go out and do this 5-hour run on 0 sleep, which basically prepared me for the run itself. It gave me the confidence to do it. When I did the run itself, when I stepped into the unknown, when I passed my previous furthest distance and furthest duration, that it wasn't actually as bad as I expected it to be. In fact, because I had already set my mind of going the full distance, I kind of where I was on the course, and it actually did not feel anywhere near as bad as I expected it to. And going through the night, it was hard, it was a challenge. There's a lot of mental games I had to play to get through it, but I got through it, and it wasn't such a big problem in the end. So at one point, I might have looked at these two big fears and would have allowed them to consume me. I would have allowed the demons to take over my mindset, which would have ultimately led to more negativity. The negativity would start ruminating, which would then impact my performance. So that is fear of the unknown and how it has personally affected me, that things are not as bad as you may out to be. This is especially important when it comes to business, because you may be faced with issues such as cash flow issues this month. You've had fewer sales than you expect. Long-term most reliable client has done something unexpected. There are so many external factors outside your control. For example, with a client that I'm working with now, they've seen their conversion rates on sales calls go from 25% to 18%. That might not seem significant, but when they usually make over 100 sales per month at a $5,000 offer, 100 sales per month, maybe based on my own calculations, I'm aiming for between 70 and maybe 90 sales per month. That becomes significant to them. They're facing cash flow issues because their monthly expenses is over 300,000, and if they don't make over 300,000 per month, they have to let stuff go. All of these factors are coming in, and it is becoming a nightmare scenario for them when it comes to cash flow issues. But of course, they need to I'll just cut that entire story out. I've gone off on a tangent and I forgot what the point is. Sorry, Anna. So when it comes to your business, and everything is going wrong, just be aware, whatever you're afraid of in the future, the worst case scenario might not happen. And if you articulate what the worst case scenario is, and you can accept what it will be, you can then kind of plans and arrangements and have a strategy in place so you can bypass it. Now, also the fear of the unknown is something which is probably stopping your prospects from buying, especially if you have a high priced offer and you offer a big result. And if you are aware of this, that they're afraid of the fear of the unknown, that you can factor this into your marketing and help guide them through it. And the way that you would do that is, the way to combat fear of the unknown in a sales context is to make people aware of what the process is going to be immediately after they buy. If they are super clear on what's going to happen, you can tell them step by step what you're going to do, and you can provide a lot of testimonials and proof that this system is predictable and it will get results. That's all I've got for you in this video. If you'd like to explore ways that we can work together, you'll find how to contact me and more information about what we do in the description below. That's all I've got for you. See you in the next video.